I climb the road to Cold Mountain. The road to Cold Mountain that never ends. The valleys are long and strewn with stones. The streams broad and banked with thick grass. Moss is slippery though no rain has fallen. The pines sigh, but it isn't the wind. Who can break free from the snares of this world and sit with me among the white clouds? This week in World Lit, we're going to break away from the literary mode that we've been reading so far, which is to say, epic. Epic is a way of describing the world, or looking at the world, that emphasizes characters and events and history and fate, major accomplishments. Epic is also a mode that emphasizes one aspect of time. In epic, we experience time as a line. And I think for most of us, that's the default experience of time. Things have a beginning, and a middle, and an end. Not just stories, but my own life seems to be this way. I was born. I learned how to walk and talk. I went to school. I made friends. I graduated high school. I went to college. I fell in love. I graduated college. I got a job. Started a family. Bought a home. Eventually, I will have raised kids. They'll get married. I'll have grandkids. I'll grow old and retire, and I'll sit on the back porch and I'll watch the sunset and think back on all the beautiful moments of my life, how it began, all of the trouble it gave me in the middle, and how it's going to end. Surely there's something right and natural about this. But lyric poetry wants me to participate in time in a different way. Maybe it wants me to step outside of time. Or maybe it wants me to remember that time doesn't really move forward. There's nowhere for it to go. It moves, but if anything, it's just going round and round in a circle. In exactly the same way that day becomes night, night becomes day. Because our world our Earth, spins around on its axis, turning those circles every day. Or much the same way that spring becomes summer, summer becomes fall, fall becomes winter, winter becomes spring. It doesn't begin, it doesn't end, it just goes round and round in the same way that our planet goes in circles around the sun. The epic mode, in the view of time as a line, is kind of the default mode, especially if we grew up in the West. Do you remember making a timeline when you were in elementary school, in which you had to say how something started, what happened in the middle, and then how it ended? But in Eastern literature, far more often, the emphasis was placed on the circular, the round and round, the eternal aspect of time. Much like the water that's flowing in this image on the screen. We can say that the water that's leaving the stream right now is going to flow downstream farther and farther until it eventually comes to the ocean. But we can also say that this water was here last year, flowing just like this. It was here 10 years ago, 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago. 10,000 years ago, this water was flowing just like it's flowing in this image now. So, if I'm not the things that I do in life, the things that I accomplish, What am I? Who among you can break free from the snares of this world and sit with me among the white clouds?